So, I guess it's summer again. It has officially been 1 whole year since I started doing this hobby of making videos and making content for an actual audience. Which means it is time for us to shed all of our logic, restraint, and reasoning, where we depart from our mortal shells that we use to be recognized in society and embrace the degenerates within ourselves. It's time for fucking fan service! Hello, fellow Chaldean masters, strangers, and everyone else. Welcome back to another video presented by yours truly. Approximately 1 year ago, I made my debut as a fake Grand Order YouTuber with a super bombastic, extremely tryhard summer video. And this time, I'll be doing much of the same, with some changes. Now, the last video is still one of my most successful vids to date, and I can guess why. However, as any first serious video gets, there was, of course, constructive criticism. And less constructive criticism. Thanks, guys. Now, in my last video, my largest criticism was that the video was too long, which, understandable, that's fair. But since then, I have tried to make an effort to improve on my pacing. Sort of. Okay, not really, but please understand, I really love exposition dumping. So, because of your advice, with this new run of Summer Servants, I've decided to officially change things up for your convenience to waste less time. Instead of going into too much detail about each thing, I'll give you a quick rundown on the servant and my recommended usages for all of them. But I'll still put the skills up on screen for you to pause and see them if you need. I'll still make in-depth videos for single release servants, but for huge batches, this will be a much more efficient way to go by things. However, I do not mind making longer videos that give more info if you're a fan of that. Before we talk about this new summer event though, it's worth mentioning that there is a rerun for the previous summer event, so if you missed the first event and want servants from there instead, use your quartz wisely, and consider checking out my other summer video on my opinions for them. This summer, however, we're getting the Dead Heat Summer Race event, which halfway through the event becomes the Death Jail Summer Escape event for some reason. Anyway, this year, we're getting 8 new servants, just like last year. And similar to last year, they're pretty much all really fucking good. Like last year, we've got 1 4-star welfare, 5 4-star gacha servants, and 2 5-star gacha servants. Each split into 2 gachas with different rate ups, all which are limited to this event. As promised, I'll be giving each of them quick overviews. So first off, let's talk about our welfare, Rider Ishtar. Rider Ishtar is a quick-based rider that plays a semi-offensive, semi-quick/buster support role. She has average NP gain and star gen due to being quick and has good hit counts on all of her cards. Her passives are absolutely fantastic for a quick rider like her, while her active skills are fine but not amazing. You'll want to rely and level her first skill first, as its buffs are what give Ishtar her biggest role. The rest are okay, but more likely than not, they are an afterthought for only specific scenarios. Her NP is an AoE quick NP that generates stars and also does good damage thanks to being NP 5. You want to pair her with quick CEs, NP related CEs, and most of them should work fine. Pair her with quick or buster servants to generate stars and deal the damage. But she is also a rider, so expect her to absorb those stars as well. Consider pairing her with debuffers if you plan to use her third skill. Was that fine? Regardless of whether it was or not, the rest of this video will be like this cause most of you asked for it. Now we're doing Banner 1, and I'll say right now that overall, this is the one you want to roll on from a pure gameplay perspective. Not saying Banner 2 is bad by any stretch, it's just Banner 1 is kinda crazy, and let me tell you why. First off, let's talk about the 4 stars in order of rate up release. Up first, Saber Frankenstein. Saber Fran is a quick-based saber that is a fantastic boss killer. Her star gen is okay, and her base NP gain is slightly subpar, but the latter is entirely fixed due to her active skills. Passive-wise, she has good card effectiveness boosts, and active skill-wise, they are good skills, especially her first one. However, they are plagued by annoying demerits. Her NP is a single target quick NP that does good damage and has stunning shenanigans. Like Rider Ishtar, pair her with quick CEs and NP gain CEs. Consider quick support servants, of course, or if you want to go that route, Tamamo to make her NP spam and heal back any damage. BB also works great due to her debuff heal skill and similar quick-based gameplay. Next up is Assassin Nitocris. Bunny Girl Swimsuit is automatically the best because Medjed. She is an all-rounder arts-based assassin that gives great utility in a team as well as being a solid unit on her own. Her star gen is great and her NP gen is above average overall. Passives are nothing surprising, but they're useful. Her actives focus on heavy defenses and taunt, but she also has some attack utility and NP gain with her third skill. Said NP is an AoE arts NP, which on an assassin isn't exactly common, so that's very good. However, she has low damage due to her stats and her class, so pair her up with arts powering or outright damage CEs. Defense CEs work too. Tamamo is fantastic as she helps her cooldowns, and any art servants like Hans and Mozart work fine too. Next up is Berserker Nobunaga. Nobu doesn't really have that great star gen, but she does have solid NP gen and amazing hit counts. She only has one passive, but it helps, and her gameplay is a mix of various things that allow her to support herself and the team in various ways, but without excelling specifically in anything. Think of it as similar to Shuten Doji's debuff usefulness, but with buffs and team utility instead. Her NP is a single target beautiful red buster NP that murders divines. It's very useful, especially on a Zerk. CEs and servant supports depend entirely on your team and plant usage, since she plays so many damn roles. Do you want healing, stars, survivability, or DPS? Experiment with her and her teammates and you won't be sorry. Finally, we got the 5-star of Banner 1, Caster Nero. Caster Nero is absolutely fucking ridiculous and makes a great case for the best offensive caster period. She's got it all. Amazing hit counts, unique yet very useful deck for her class, decent star gen, and solid passives. Her skills are what make her truly OP though. Like, do you see this shit? Do you see this shit? Her NP is an AoE buster NP that ignores invincibility and has a good overcharge effect as well. Her AoE nature makes her great at farming and casual play. She's less optimal at boss fights, but she can still be used in said boss fights regardless. Think of passive critical star CEs, supports for her crit damage, or just go with standard buster or NP charge for farming. Tamamo and her make a ridiculously good pair for various reasons, and other buster supports like Merlin or Nightingale work too. This woman is easily the star of this whole event. And that's all for Banner 1. All these servants are top tier for their class and purpose, especially Nero. It's absolutely worth blowing as much quartz as humanly possible on this banner. Not only because gameplay wise they're all worth it, but also because guess what? They're all hot as shit summer servants. It's a win-win! Bonsai! The ideal life. However, summer always has 2 banners, and this time is no exception to the rule, with Banner 2 offering 3 new servants and different CEs. I will say though, compared to Banner 1, Banner 2's servants aren't as impressive. They're still really good though, so if you're a fan of their characters, absolutely go for them. First off are the 4 stars, and to kick things off, we have Archer Helena. Archer Helena is probably the most underwhelming of the Summer 2 servants, but while saying that, she's still a solid offensive arts archer with a bit of support utility. She has mediocre star gen and subpar NP gen even with her high hit counts. Her passives aren't too special and her skills are good but nothing really amazing. Her NP is an AoE arts NP with a decent hit count and relatively forgettable overcharge effect. You should pair her with arts CEs to help with NP gain, especially NP gain. 2030 also works well if you want a semi-reliable crit generator for arts teams. And various other support CEs work too. Other good teammates include other arts crit servants like the crit arts assassins and Tamamo. Next on the banner is Lancer Raikou, and my god, she is a monster. Samam is basically Artoria but more of a team player and single target, with solid NP gen due to great hit counts and decent star gen that's only enhanced depending on her potential teammates. She has wonderful passives that work great with her and fucking amazing skills that will do just as well, with a strong single target NP that generates stars too. What's not to love? Pair her with crit CEs, star generators, or literally anything related to buster memes and go to town, because she will hit like a truck made of bricks, or make one of her allies hit for her. This is one Lancer you should definitely consider rolling for any buster crit arsenal. Believe in the buster memes. Finally, we got the 5-star of the banner, Rider Artoria Alter, who is now a maid to honor Artoria's roots as Hisui. Maid Alter is a single target offensive rider with mediocre NP gen and star gen. Her passives are great for a quick rider, with skills that are relatively simple but still work. However, they also aren't truly amazing. She does have a targetable skill cooldown, which is rare. It's ideally used with another quick servant or crit generator. Another thing to note is that it also damages them, so it's not something to use willy-nilly. Her NP is okay, but with stacking her third skill, she has insane damage potential on it. Consider pairing her with other quick or star-related servants and CEs, or maybe a healer to help her deal with her second skill's demerit better. And that's all she wrote. Please tell me in the comments whether you're fine with this kind of video, whether you prefer it, or would rather have a larger video for huge servant batches, or perhaps a balance between the two. Tell me your thoughts, and maybe even ideas on how to do these large servant batch videos. I do read every comment, and the more comments the better. Please just give me those comments. They fuel my life. And also death. I also want to thank those that subscribed for a whole year of content. I know I'm not the most consistent YouTuber, and that's because, well, I don't have the most stable life, and I'm really busy. This is just a hobby I do. However, I'm glad if you do enjoy my videos. I usually don't ask this of my viewers because I know you do it if you are bothered, but if you want to make sure I'm alive, consider following me on Twitter, because I'm far more active there than on YouTube. I do want to say that I do like making these Fate Grand Order videos, but they aren't going to be my only type of content. If you haven't, I want to personally request for you to go and check out my Type Moon character showcase videos. They aren't too Fate Grand Order related for the most part, yet at least, but they're still related to Fate and the larger Nasuverse. I think that if you're a fan of lore videos by people like Saya4 or Otaku Daikun, you may really enjoy these, as I delve very deep into the lore of the Nasuverse using each character as a focus. They are by far the videos that I'm the best at making, and have been the most informative and interesting videos on my channel so far in my personal opinion. So I want to share this amazing universe to you all that's so underappreciated outside of Fate. Regardless, whether you watch them or not, thank you for being my community so far. It's been a fun year, and I hope to continue making Type Moon content for you all and seeing this community grow. Until then, I'll see you somewhere else on the internet. Take care.